than a slice of this fine golden fat.
Heavenly herring! Delicious dogfish! Yours for a scrap of gold each!
Quiet day on the market, it seems.
Aaron has as many friends as the man with many cheeses.
Quiet day on the market, it seems.
I'm straight. I'm true. Arrows by the dozens.
Quiet day on the market, it seems.
Fresh haddock! Perfect for a fry-up!
Treasure!
Not in the mood for cheese. The excuse is more holes than a slice of this fine golden fat.
I'm straight. I'm true. Arrows by the dozens.
Not in the mood for cheese. The excuse is more holes than a slice of this fine golden fat.
Heavenly herring! Delicious dogfish! Yours for a scrap of gold each!
Not in the mood for cheese. The excuse is more holes than a slice of this fine golden fat.
No better solution to the zombie problem than a set of silver arrows.
Not in the mood for cheese. The excuse is more holes than a slice of this fine golden fat.
Red and orange, yellow and green, the finest veggies size seals ever seen.
Pay the big cheese on your block with a wheel of the good stuff. Pay the big cheese on your block with a wheel of the good stuff.
Tall snake, ring of worm, brew and spice them, stir and churn!
Not in the mood for cheese. The excuse is more holes than a slice of this fine golden fat.
Let us see if you can choose the finest greens.
Fresh haddock! Perfect for a fry-up!
Red and orange, yellow and green, the finest veggies size seals ever seen.
Not in the mood for cheese. The excuse is more holes than a slice of this fine golden fat.
Potions to bemuscle you! Scrolls to entussle you!
Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
Pay the big cheese on your block with a wheel of the good stuff.
Join the Spud Club if you've got an eye for farm potatoes.
Pay the big cheese on your block with a wheel of the good stuff.
Let us see if you can choose the finest greens.
cheeses.
Let us see if you can choose the finest greens.
Pay the big cheese on your block with a wheel of the good stuff.
Lonesome, spiritless, perhaps wrestling an earth elemental will inject some vim into your routine.
No better solution to the zombie problem than a set of silver arrows.
Get it while it's fresh. This batch is only hours from the sea.
Aaron has as many friends as the man with many cheeses.
No better solution to the zombie problem than a set of silver arrows.
Heavenly herring, delicious dogfish, yours for a scrap of gold each.
Pay the big cheese on your block with a wheel of the good stuff.
Fresh haddock, perfect for a fry-up.
Join the Spud Club if you've got an eye for farm potatoes.
Aaron has as many friends as the man with many cheeses.
Potions to bemuscle you, scrolls to entussle you. Heavenly herring, delicious dogfish, yours for a scrap of gold each.
Watch the undead quiver in their mouldy boots.
Aaron has as many friends as the man with many cheeses.
Let us see if you can choose the finest greens.
Lonesome, spiritless, perhaps wrestling an earth elemental will inject some vim into your routine.
No better solution to the zombie problem than a set of silver arrows.
Get it while it's fresh. This batch is only hours from the sea.
Red and orange, yellow and green, the finest veggies size seals ever seen.
Heavenly herring, delicious dogfish, yours for a scrap of gold each.
Well, what sort of arrows do you want? Freezing? Silver? Poison? Get to the point.
Tomatoes.
Get it while it's fresh. This batch is only hours from the sea.
Quiet day on the market, it seems.
Well, what sort of arrows do you want? Freezing? Silver? Poison? Get to the point.
Aaron has as many friends as the man with many cheeses.
Quiet day on the market, it seems.
Not in the mood for cheese. The excuse is more holes than the size of this fine Coleman bag.
Potions to bemuscle you, scrolls to entussle you.
Quiet day on the market, it seems.
Not in the mood for cheese. The excuse is more holes than the size of this fine Coleman bag.
Quiet day on the market, it seems.
Let us see if you can choose the finest green.
Owen has as many friends as the man with many cheeses.
Quiet day on the market, it seems.
Heavenly herring, delicious dogfish, yours for a scrap of gold each.
Greetings. These stores are for our Legion troops. Rivellon's finest work up.
Well, Source Hunter, you come to the right place, you have. I got every style of equipment to fit you from head to foot, if it's a trade you're after.
For a scrap of gold each.
Pay the big
them for a try shot.
Dripping!
Sigurd's beard, what a find!
These walls, my home, my hell. I may have died, but my guilt lives on and on.
I've spotted something.
Dearest Desdemona, I see your eyes before me still. Were that I could drown in their endless azure and end the ship, the waves, the cold, wild sea. And I, the maniac in the darkened lighthouse. Oh, folly! Oh, grievous sin! What's this? Living eyes that can see the shape of death? Avert your gaze, wanderer, for you are looking upon the phantom of a murderer. Skeletons roam the lands, restless as my troubled soul, but shall not find their lair here. Some scuttle by now and again, but most of the time I reside here in solitude. Solitude and silence. Samson was my name, a long time ago. I know not why upon my death I became a ghost, doomed to haunt this tower. Perhaps the gods heard of my crime and stripped me of my rightful place in their eternal realm. If so, their punishment was just. Each night I wake the flame in the lighthouse to repent for my wretched sin. That indeed is the tainted title I must bear, and deservedly so. For 15 years ago to the day it was that I sat atop my lighthouse, the flame unlit, and watched on as a pitiable ship crashed upon the cliff and got devoured by greedy waves. Deliberately had I foregone to do my duty. Willfully did I condemn every soul aboard to a salty sleep on the bed of an indifferent sea. Why did I commit this act of blackest horror? Jealousy, anger, the bitter anguish of a broken heart. Those are the ancient ills that drove me to madness. Desdemona was on board, as I knew she would be, my wife. The delicate beauty of whom I was sure was betraying me with her friend, the dashing Faladar. Possessed as I was by the demons of envy, ire, and torment, I decided that if I had her love no longer, only death could take her for his mistress. And so I sat here, coldly and calmly, as I delivered them both unto the deep. Yet no sooner had the water closed its spuming jaws around the perishing vessel below, that the extent of my offense dawned on my beleaguered mind. Overcome with guilt, I sought escape through the hangman's noose. But rest was not to come.
Dancing dugongs, you nearly startled me out of my boots. Well, you've got my attention, comrade.
I may have died, but my guilt lives on and on.
Quite a story that ghost had to tell. Not every day one hears about a lighthouse keeper sinking ships just because his wife proved to be unfaithful.
Aye, a pitiful creature. Torn up so badly by the loss of love that it led him to commit murder. I almost feel sorry for him.
Yes, I understand. Despite his heinous act, one can't but commiserate with his plight. Nothing more bitter than love undone.
How did it go? Don't spare any details. We need to make a full report to the Lieutenant.
Now that's an interesting story. Clean the grit from your ears and I'll tell you all about it.
Indeed. Now there's a story worthy of an audience.
So, let me get this straight. There's a ghost inside operating the lighthouse, and you managed to do away with the bad beasties at the base of the thing. Whew, sounds like a job well done.
And I'm sure Selenia will be thrilled to hear we did it. Another triumph for Legion Daring Do. And if this doesn't buy us a ticket home, nothing will.
I need a moment to reflect. I've grown increasingly selfless, but I wonder if I've gone too far.
Those as giving as you are rare and exquisite as rubies. What a pleasure to behold you.
Well, look what the cat dragged in. Good to see you.
My brave troops were just telling me how they proudly vanquished the undead near the lighthouse. Did you get to witness my valiant soldiers in action?
Yep. Quite the pair of heroes you have there.
Bravest guards we've met, like lions.
Yes, I bet legionnaires can impress even source hunters. Now, as for my two braves here, you shall prepare to leave Sicil post-haste. You're going home, as is your just reward.
Thank you, Lieutenant. All in the day's work.
To leave the city is to venture into danger. Be careful, Source Hunter.
How can the Legion serve you today, Source Hunter? Your word is my command, Source Hunter. Go show those undead who's boss.
I need to dry off.
ladies.
Ironclad and fleet of foot, I'm invincible. Let the blood of our enemies be your motivation.
Vengeance from the skies!
Dire. I can reach farther than you think.
Sweet relief.
does it.
Striking it rich!
As good as a new penny. We're not done yet!
Finally, you have come. The others, they're... But wait. Where is Mendius? Or Anna? You're not one of the fabulous five. That's it, we're dead. Oh, who's damned automaton? It'll kill us all! I'm just a farmer down on his luck. The fabulous five. They promised me adventure and riches. But what lurks here? It is certain death. They tricked us. We'll never survive. Fabulous. Ha! Fabulously lying. Cheating dogs is what they are. They sent me and my mates to this cave to deal with what was supposed to be an erratic little piece of wizardry. But it turns out to be a real killer. A murderous machine. What did they expect from us? I never held a sword before in my life. They said they'd be right behind us, show us the ropes. But they never showed, and now look at us. We are either dead or dying. Oh, please, I implore you. If you can, save my friends. They're still there in the dark, desperately trying to make a stand against that beast of steel. Nothing much. He's some kind of wizard, isn't he? All I know is that that monstrosity down there has his signature engraved on it. He's responsible for the madness that haunts this place. And I'll bet he's just as demented as the contraptions he creates. You look like a veteran warrior if ever I saw one. Please, help the others if you can.
Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
Lonesome? Spiritless? Ah, gracious patron, I see your tired eyes looking a bit teary. I've just the potion for that. Or would you prefer a toasty fire spell to dry those vapours?
Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
Pay the big cheese on your block with a wheel of the good stuff.
Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
Fresh haddock. Perfect for a fire.
Oh no, noble friend. Your upper chakras are in desperate need of a good scrubbing. Fortunately for you, my homebrewed tinctures will do the job. Or if you're in the mood for something a bit more electrifying, one of my air scrolls might give your system just the shock it needs.
Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
Not in the mood for cheese. That excuse is more holes than a slice of this fine gallbladder.
Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
Aaron has as many friends as the man with many cheeses.
Watch the undead quiver in their mouldy boots.
Be the big cheese on your block with a wheel of the good stuff.
Portions to be moved.
I hope your quest fares well, dear hunter.
What? I'd never. If you must know, I was merely checking up on Maxine, the mayor's cat.
What a delight she is. The temperament of a tiger, the grace of a leopard, and the manners of a lady all rolled into one. A perfect puss, if ever there was one. I hope your quest fares well, dear hunter. I hope your quest fares well, dear hunter.